Hello! Welcome back to the shop again. Thought about doing some foraging, but it is freaking hot out. So I decided not to be out in the heat next to a fire. Gonna take this blade, found in a scrapyard, and gonna cut a knife out of it, see how it turns out. Got an idea for just like kind of a little paring knife, because this is not a very big piece of steel, but should work for that. It does have little carbide tips, so the metal probably isn't the best for making a knife with, just because, you know, the steel itself is not meant to cut. It uses these little carbide tips. But I think that for a paring knife, which cuts pretty soft stuff anyway, should be fine. I don't need it to hold a tremendous edge constantly under harsh conditions. Yeah, gonna sketch, well, probably clean this up first and then sketch out my idea on it. Let's get started. Yeah. got a shape. It's small, but I mean, the stock I was working with was pretty small in the first place. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice little knife. So I'm going to heat treat it, but first I'm going to test heat treat another piece of this saw, just like a little bit, to see if it will harden enough for this whole thing to be worth it. Yeah. The file kind of like mostly glides along the edge, but it bites a little bit. I think for my first knife, I'm not really going to worry about it. This is going to be, it'll still be a useful tool, but I mean, I think I'm just going to do the handle because it's going to be more of an art piece than anything, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to what I plan on doing for the handle, because I think it's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be resin. Yeah. Wow. So a little something like that in the pattern and the words. What am I saying? I'm going to cut out what I just outlined right there, and then I'm going to take this whole part, cast this in like a cool resin, so then it'll just be this little frame of steel going around the resin, and just make a neat little transparent handle. I think that'll be kind of cool. Time to set up the drill press. I think I screwed up the drill bit. I'm not very good at this. I'm just going to go with a Dremel with a little metal cutting attachment. It'll probably be easier. Yeah. It looks time for words are hard right now. Time for files. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Filing's done. Gonna test another piece, have it go through a little bit of a heat treat. A, to see if I can do it, and B, to see if this stuff will harden or not. But until I do that, I think I can show you guys just kind of the cool profile of this. Get it on a better background that you can see. I'm pretty happy with it. There it is right now. I think it's kind of a nice shape. It's a little small in my hand, like, but it's meant to be kind of, you know, a delicate, like, almost surgical knife. Yep. Gonna... Man, that black paint makes it look like it's burnt. That's just black paint. There was no discoloration during the grinding process or anything. No, I think it might have worked. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work with a torch. This took forever, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the tips hardened at least. Alright, yeah, the tip's definitely harder than the rest of it, but I think to really get it like heat treated properly, I would have to set up the forge, which frankly, you guys have seen my forge setup. It doesn't just happen real quick, so I think that's gonna have to do, and gonna move on to putting an edge on it and cleaning it up, and then doing the handle. Yay! So at this point, I need a way to kind of put on the bevels of this thing. And with how very thin it is, I don't really want to do it with a belt sander. So I feel like I'm just going to eat right through it and probably easily screw it up. So I'm going to make some sort of sharpening jig so I can just use a file and get a consistent bevel at a desired angle. I would buy one, but short on money right now, so I'm just going to use supplies I have and make one. Here we go. Little side project for this video.
So it's going to be the surface where the knife will be, and then I'm just going to cut some thin strips of this to go across here to be places to be levels. It's going to be simple as that. Yep. Wondering how adjustable I'm going to want it. Of course, there's going to be different thicknesses of blade, which will change the angle it needs to be slightly. Suppose what I could do is just cut a single strip that I would then clamp onto the sides, depending on what angle I want it to be at. I'll just cut another piece of 2x4 for support in the back, and then one up top up here. So, yeah, I think that'll be good. Should be good. Let's try it out. Yep. Not sure how much I missed in recording. I just realized that my camera wasn't recording. So, here's the thing. I think it'll be fine. I'm just gonna clamp a metal bar on this face, make sure it's level so that I get a consistent angle for grinding. I might do something more complicated with it later where I have like predetermined sets that I can just set the bar into, but I think for like 15-20 minutes of work this will do just fine for my needs. And then maybe further down the road I can get a all metal one that's fully adjustable and hoop-de-doop-a-doop-a-doo, and yeah. But I'm just starting out, and I don't currently have the budget for a more fancy setup yet. Let's get to grinding. Gave it a bit of a temper. Let's see how this goes now. Okay, I'm not sure that's actually gonna work. It's still not moving. I've got this silly tiny belt grinder. I'm gonna give that a try.
I yelled so loud at you and you did not hear.
This little jerk came in here and terrified me.
Do you want dinner?
Yeah, dinner
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay.
That's what I get for having headphones in.
I saw that you had them and I was yelling at you and I was like, if I scare her, I scare her.
Hello. So, got this little hand. Probably wondering what the hell I'm gonna do with it. When I cast this, my plan is that it's gonna be a little hand in the handle. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's gonna be silly, but I think it's gonna end up looking, kind of neat. So, got this blade all polished, shiny, and it's degreased now. So, hoping that with the rough surfaces on the the inside of this, it'll still all stick real good to the resin. Guess nothing else to do except get the resin going. A little nervous because I've had some bad luck with resin in the past and bubbles, and I wish I had a vacuum chamber to degas the resin properly and all that before putting it in the pressure pot. Future things to come, I guess. If you want to help me reach that goal, remember to hit the subscribe and the like and the bell and the various buttons, blah blah blah. All right, let's get to casting. And now for the final touch, right up top here, I'm going to put a touch of black. Hopefully it looks cool, we'll see. Oop, got melted a little. This one's fine. Looks pretty good so far. Time to crack it open. Actually, let's go show Teal. See what she thinks. Another project we're working on. Teal.
Don't look at me in my stupid shirt that has spaghetti on it. A little hand. Aw. Don't look at me.
I was hoping for a bit more of a chuckle out of her. Oh well. I don't see any bubbles. Gets pretty dark down there. I was hoping that would be a little bit lighter. But I think maybe once we get it like down to shape more, this might be part of the sticker. Look at it through the light. Let's see the color a bit more. Yeah. Let's try to get it out of this package. It is still pretty dark on this end. Probably could have done with less dye. But there's a little hand in it. Alright, get to cutting this up into shape. Well, that's one way to get a belt off of it. Ugh. Just learned something. There's a spring right there. Looks like I just wasn't pressing hard enough. Okay. Fuck this thing. Wow. Yeah, you just gotta press really hard on that. Okay. Now I know.
There it is, finally done. I think it came out pretty good. It's definitely, obviously small. For me, it's like a little 3-finger grip, but I think that it's actually a pretty good size because, it's going to need a lot of dexterity for doing the little things it needs to do. Cute little knife. I think it turned out well. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, help out the channel by just hitting those various buttons. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.